I really like this event for the game where we get the augments earlier because it lets you kind of figure out what build you want to go, especially if you get the augments for Soul Fighter or like any of the specific champions that turn them into carries. With the Executioner Emblem, I can either go for the level 6 reroll build where Katarina is the carry for Battle Academia, or I could try to do a Supreme Cells Akali carry since she's also an Executioner. I think for now, I'm gonna see what the next augment is on 2-5, and then we'll decide. I'm actually kind of leaning towards the Cat Academia build, so I'm going to grab this Giant's Belt so I can make a Striker's Flail for her. Although it does still look like we are positioning for Supreme Cells right now. I think, I don't know, I kind of want to go with Gold Destiny, but I really don't like the random chance. I think Sunfire Board would be better than that, so I'll roll that. Yeah, we're going to go with Sunfire Board there. I think the healing reduction guaranteed makes it so that we don't have to worry about building a Sunfire Cape, and then we could put a much better item like Dragon's Claw, or maybe a second Gargoyles, or I mean even like a Warmogs, just to give our tanks more health. I think with this, like, trainer tower thing, we should be fine to leave our positioning this way, especially since we have a 2-star frontliner. Like I've mentioned in other videos, I'm a really big fan of Pandora's items because it can give you, like, it guarantees that you get whatever items that you really need on your carries. So I'm going to go ahead and hold this recurve bow and the striker's flail, and we're going to still focus on going for a Kali. We do have 4 Battle Academia units. I mean, if we get 5, maybe I do switch over to Battle Academia, especially since we already have one of the items for Katarina on the Kai'Sa. I just need to see if we're being contested, so I can check that on the carousel. Since we have Pandora's items, it doesn't really matter what I grab, so I'm just going to grab the most expensive champ that I can. Nobody's actually contesting us on Battle Academia, so let's roll for that. It's been a little while since I've played this comp, so I want to have some fun with it. Right now, I'm trying to figure out why I have Jayce in this build over Leona, because Leona would give Garen the Bastion buff, which I think is going to end up being better than having a Jayce. We'll hold on to him on our board on the side, but I don't think we're going to use him. We do have perfect items on our Katarina now, so I'm probably going to try to roll the power-up fruit that's on our Rakan. I want to get Unstoppable on him so that he can stun the enemy team. If we can grab that Rakan, that would be awesome. But getting this frying pan wouldn't be bad either, because I could build a second Executioner Emblem and drop that on probably the Yuumi, which would be really, really strong. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for that. We don't have Yuumi yet, but it's better to grab the spatula now while we can, or the, what is it, the frying pan, I guess, and then we can always come back to it later. So we're actually one off from Garen 3 and Ezreal 3. I am going to sell one of the Katarinas, but normally I wouldn't do that. It's not really worth it to not have the main carry at 3-star, but I think we're having really good luck hitting the other champs at 3-star, so getting that upgrade first will just let us continue to win. And we hit them, so that's really good. Now we're just looking on re-rolling this BF sword into either a mantle so that we can build the Ionic Spark on our Rakan. That way Katarina can do even more damage because he'll be shredding the enemies. Or the Crit Glove so that I can get an Executioner's Emblem, and Katarina will also be dealing more damage because we'll have the Executioner 4 buff on the field. And you can see she's really carrying the round. She did almost 11,000 damage, and 3,000 of it was true damage. The true damage is from hemorrhaging. We got our Executioner's Emblem, so now Katarina, I mean, she's had 100% critical strike, but now she's going to have 25 or 26% bonus critical strike damage, I think, as well as maybe increased damage amp from Striker's Flail. Or, well, I mean, she's had that the whole time because of how Striker's Flail works, because she's been sitting at 100% crit, having these two items, and I think just the Executioner 2 buff does that. Alright, so we have the Yuumi. I really want to get damage on her, so I'm going to put probably a blue buff so that she casts more, and then maybe Morellonomicon or something to do either the bleed. I know we have Sunfire Board, but having additional bleed can help for later in the rounds. Okay, now we're 3-starred on our carries. We're 3-starred on Ezreal and Garen, so we're having a really lucky game. We also have a 2-star Ryze and Leona. And we have Yuumi sitting on the bench. So I don't want to force the level up now, even though we're on a pretty hot win streak, because I think we're probably one of the stronger boards in the lobby. So I think we'll be fine. This guy is level 8, but I think our Katarina gets into the back line and takes out that Ashe before she can really pop off. That's the one downside of taking the crown, because when the I mean, it was the second to last unit on her field there, but whenever that unit dies, you just are guaranteed to lose the round. So for me, I really don't think it's worth it. It depends on how protected your carries are. In that case, he only had, I think, 3 frontline units, so I don't think it's really worth it. He could have put it on the Swain instead, and then Swain would have been like ridiculously tanky from all of the bonus healing. I think we go straight for level 8 here so that I can get, I'm assuming, the Jayce on the board. Or I can go for another Executioner and get even more critical damage amp. I'm not sure. I think the 7 Battle Academia would be better so that her damage is buffed more, as well as the abilities from my Yuumi. I think I'm going to go for a Battle Academia Emblem, so I'm going to let this roll. I think that's our best choice here, honestly.
Stand and fight. That's it.
Because with the Battle Academia Emblem, I can drop that on a Ryze, and then we'll have 7 Battle Academia, and then I can go for the LeeSin to have the 5 Executioner on the board, instead of having to put in Jayce. That Protector Emblem also isn't bad, because I could drop that on, I guess, Garen, so that he gets a shield, and the Rakan will also get a pretty big shield. That might be more useful, but I think, I don't know. It's kind of tough to decide. I'm gonna buy that Varus there because I don't want this guy to hit a 3-star Varus. That would be like a guaranteed loss. And I'm gonna go for the 5 Executioner over the 6 Battle Academia because I really want to get that Battle Academia Emblem. And I think the 5 Executioner buff is gonna help the Katarina just kind of shred through the enemy team. Hopefully fast enough to make it to the rerun. I also moved the items onto the Ryze since he is benefiting from the 5 Executioner buff. I'm hoping that the bonus damage on him is better than the damage on the Yuumi. Although now we just hit the 2-star Yuumi, so maybe I swapped them out again. She is sitting at a 95% crit, and her abilities can crit, and because of Executioner Emblem, they do true damage. So I think that's going to work out better. And I'm going to go ahead and drop the Protector Emblem on the Garen because I need him to live. And also give the Protector buff to Rakan, which I think we'll keep him alive. Now we're going to try to go for 9. The second I have enough money to go for it, I am buying into it. I don't think we have enough right now, but let me actually try. Ah, we're just 2 gold off. But I think that's worth it because we'll be able to get the Executioner 5 buff, which should really help our team take off. Hopefully we don't lose this round, but if we were going to lose it, there's no difference in me selling the board anyway and going for that. We took out the Darius, so I think we win this one. That guarantees us top 3 this game, and I think with the Executioner 5 buff, we may be able to hit 2nd place. So we definitely take the Prodigy buff there. I can slam that on our Ryze, and then he's going to be casting more often, and also benefiting from Prodigy 3. So that's 4 mana regen. I think that's going to be really good. The guy with Crystal Gambit is looking really scary, so I'm going to hold on to any 5 costs I see. Oh, the Crystal Gambit guy lost to him. And we just beat this guy, so I'm hoping that means that we can win this. I don't know if positioning is really going to matter that much. We'll see what happens this round, I guess, because if I lose, I get knocked out. But I think our positioning is pretty good. Maybe I put the Garen in front so that he takes the damage first before Leona. Let's see how this does. This way our front line is blocking his front line. We took out his carry again, so yeah. Okay, we're probably blocking his 3-star Samira right now. There is a pretty good chance. I mean, he needs 1 more. There are 10 in the pool, but if he gets that, I don't think we could beat him. I'm gonna block it by using that champion duplicator. Alright, let's go ahead and win this round. Okay. Alright, good game, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that would help a lot. I appreciate it.